Were you ever diagnosed with a big baby? When were you told that you are going to have a big baby? What were the consequences and the causes? What happened later after that? Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jamie Naftali. I'm a pediatrician by profession. Remember, it's only here, it's only in this channel whereby we create the awareness on common illnesses affecting children while growing up. It's a channel on kids welfare, so we want to involve the caregivers, the parents, and everybody into the management of these babies. We want to let people know, have an idea, and even the know-how of on what really happens to children while growing up, their illnesses, common illnesses, and everything. Yeah, so in the end, we want to have healthy babies. We also want to improve their qualities of life. So welcome back to this another video. Yeah, if you're new, join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Subscribe to be part of us. We are a family of 2K and above subscribers. Yeah, thank you so much for that. So if you're new, join us so that the family can be even larger. Yeah, we want us to be so many. So welcome and welcome back. To the returning subscribers, thank you so much. I'm so honored for always coming back to watch my content. Thank you so much. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so that as we are saying, the family can be as large as possible. So now let's go to the video of today. Have you ever been diagnosed with a big baby? Yeah. Were you told that your baby was too large? Yeah. So what were you told and what happened even after that? So today I want us to talk about big babies. Normally in medical term, we call them macrosomia. Macro means big, large, yeah. So we call them macrosomia. A macrosomic baby, macrosomia, yeah. Also, we can call them LGA, large for gestational age. So if I can remind you, remember we said the normal birth weight, it is determined by the weight, yeah. The normal birth weight of a baby is 2.5 to 4 kgs, yeah. So if a baby is 4 kgs and above, now this is a macrosomic baby. This is a big baby. These are large for gestational age. So this is what I want us to at least to have a clue of what really happens. Yeah, so a macrosomia, we are saying they are big babies above 4 kg in terms of weight. So what causes this macrosomia or this big baby? So normally, number one is usually genetical. Yeah, so you may find that in that family that mother has been having big babies, even the siblings. So there has been a family, or it is genetical, it's genetical, so it keeps repeating itself. So number two common cause is usually gestational diabetes. So we have GDM, gestational diabetes. Either the mother was diabetic before getting pregnant. So when you are diabetic, definitely you're going to be taking those drugs for the diabetics, yes. So this in return can lead to us having these big babies. Also, if you were diagnosed with diabetes when you were pregnant, now this is what we are calling gestational diabetes. You didn't have diabetes before you were pregnant, but it was induced by this pregnancy, so we call it gestational diabetes. So babies born by mothers with gestational diabetes or with diabetes are likely to have to be macrosomic. They are likely to be so big. They are likely to be 4 kgs. We have 4.5, 5 kgs. Even we get babies of 5 kgs here. So these are very large baby and very big. So what happens when these babies are born? So immediately they are born, we don't want to take risks. So what we do, we want to admit this baby to newborn unit, the nursery. Yeah, so I'm going to do a video to tell you the babies that are supposed to be admitted in the newborn unit, what conditions of the babies that should be in the nursery, yeah, the NBU, the newborn unit. So these macrosomic babies are number one, we are supposed to admit this baby to the NBU. So why? Because we want to monitor the babies. Yeah, we want, first of all, the key thing, we want to keep monitoring their RBS, random blood sugars. Yeah, why? Remember, their blood sugars are likely to be so low. They're likely to be low. Yeah, they're likely to have hypoglycemia. If you have been following my videos, you know hypoglycemia is not a new term to you. Hypoglycemia is when the random blood sugar is so low. So why? The answer is because imagine the mother had gestational diabetes. In return, they were put on these drugs, the diabetic drugs. Yeah, so these babies get through the bloodstream, and eventually these drugs make their sugars to come down. So that's why a big baby born by a diabetic mother, we have either they are born by diabetic mother or not. As long as the baby is big, we need to admit these babies to the nursery, to the NBU. We want to keep monitoring the random blood sugars. Yeah, so if the blood sugar is okay and the baby is breastfeeding well, now there's no need of keeping this baby. We discharge the babies back to the mothers and they continue breastfeeding. And we even tell the mothers, the larger the baby is, the more they should be breastfed. So we tell the mothers to breastfeed as many times as possible. So we observe these babies for a while in the newborn unit, not anywhere else, but in the newborn unit. So what are the consequences? Maybe if a mother, what happens when you get a big baby and it was diagnosed through the ultrasound before even you give birth? So what happens is that this big baby becomes, they complicate, it becomes a problem for them to pass through the birth canal. If you're giving birth through the normal delivery, yeah, you pushing this baby, so you likely to find that the baby is too large, is too big to pass through the birth canal, and complications can come from here. Maybe the cervix was not as big. Yeah, so what happens, we get to strain and we get complications uh, when this baby is passing through the birth canal. It does the damage to the mother. There's a lot of consequences and we don't want this to happen. That is why I always insist on attending the antenatal clinics again. So because during the antenatal clinics, you're able to know some of these things, that you have a big baby even before they are born. So what happens is that mostly when you find that the baby is so big, we normally schedule for a CS, yeah, the cesarean section. We do the cesarean section. We do elective because we do not want to put the mother through all this stress of pushing, and we know there are consequences when they are pushing this big baby. So we want them to have, so we diagnose them early and we want them to have a cesarean section done. So this is it, yeah, because we do not want, like we are saying, it's a big baby passing through the birth canal, we are saying is a problem. So, and we risk so many things, and we do not want this to happen. So this is it about the macrosomia. At least you know a big baby is called a macrosomia, or large for gestational age. You know the causes, the risk factors if the mom is diabetic, or gestational diabetic when the mother is diagnosed with the diabetes once they get pregnant. Genetically, it is usually genetical. Even other risks are things like obesity. If there is history of obesity in the family, you may find that it is going to repeat itself. So we are saying again, it is genetical. So the consequences, we have said what will happen. So when they are taken to the newborn unit, we find that the sugars are so low. Now we start treating this baby in the newborn unit. We start giving them the 10% dextrose. Again, if you have been following my videos, 10% dextrose is not new to you. This is what you want to put these babies on until we level up the sugars. The sugars become within normal. So this is it. And if you have got any questions, please ask. Go to my comment section. Comment if you diagnosed and you're told your baby was big. Tell us how many kgs your baby was, what happened after that. So let's interact in the comment section. Also in my email is provided at the end of the video also, and let us also interact there. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to be part of us here. If you haven't subscribed, a big number is watching my videos but they haven't subscribed. Kindly subscribe so that we can be many people, a big family here. We are road to 5K subscribers. I believe this is achievable this year. So thank you again for always keeping tuned. Remember also Two, hit on the notification bells to know every time that I'm posting a new video here. Thank you, people. Until next time. Bye bye.